Okay, you know the Beyonce version of Mi Gente with J Balvin?
Yes.
You know what azul means? When they say azul, are you with me? That means blue, are you with me? And they're talking about Blue Ivy.
Oh.
Oh, I love this song.
Guess who's back?
Girl,
Here
I
he
am back.
is. Welcome to First Things First. I'm Brooke and my pronouns are she and her.
I'm Matty Mills, my pronouns are he and him, and before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we record. And for me, it's the Gadigal People of the Eora Nation.
And for me, it's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. Let's get into it.
Okay, cut the Colombia music, I've had enough of it.
The scratchy scratch.
Nah, it was super fun.
Matty's back from Colombia, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I say Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah, I don't know why. I say it when I was like, oh, Matt's in Colombia.
Well, guess what? I hate to say it, but I've been spelling Colombia wrong my whole life.
Ooh, why?
And see on the sheet here, on our run sheet, it's spelt with a U.
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
It's with an O.
It's with an O.
I knew that. That's why I say Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia.
See, I've had it right this whole time. I thought I was saying it wrong.
No, you're saying
there
it right.
We go.
And my partner picked me up on this a few months back and was like, every time you send me a message about Colombia, you're spelling it incorrectly. I'm like, I think that's because I'm thinking of the Colombian Hotel on Oxford Street, and I think it's spelt like that.
Is the English
it's
version
like a
Colombia? Because I see it on clothes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it was amazing. I mean, it was a whirlwind of a trip. You know, going over there to meet the in-laws, meet the family for the first time.
Scary.
And there are so many things that I realised about myself while I was there, but also about Australia. And one of the things that I realised is that Australia is really conservative. We are a conservative nation. And I think that it's only when you leave the shores of Australia that maybe you realise that.
colonised by the British. Like, if you look at the British... They're conservatives as fuck.
Yeah, and I'm talking with a wide brush stroke here. I'm talking, you know, when it comes to just how we act, who we are as people, how we talk to each other, how we operate in society. What I realised is that, like, my first time in South America, it is vibrant, it is energetic, it is loud. There is not much shame that I could see.
I love that.
And when I first got to Colombia, my partner's family had all met me at the airport, right? And
with signs?
Well, you would think so, right? You would think there would be a couple of signs. Let me tell you, it was way more than that. It was a boombox, a legit boombox with music. They were all dancing. It was like a mosh pit when I arrived at the airport. And at first, I died. And then, you know what? I was just absolutely not having this shame. I'm living in this moment and
because no one else is judging, right, on the outside. Like, no one's looking at it blinking twice, right?
All the Latinos that were waiting for their families at the airport were all doing the same, basically.
Imagine that at the Melbourne airport. Just imagine me flying back into Perth, Noongar country, and being like, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
Or Neon Moon.
Yes, literally. Or take me home.
Country road. No, I'm telling you, it was like a big party. And so from that moment of first getting there and having his family welcome me like that, I knew it was going to be so much fun. It felt like there was so much love that was just ready to be poured out.
Nice.
And, you know, I didn't speak the language, but I was laughing the whole time.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You know, not a lot of his family can speak English, which is totally fine, you know. It's obviously Spanish is their first language. And the one thing that we all connected on was humour. Even though they were just talking in their language, I was just laughing because I could tell that it was just funny, you know. They were just crack-ups. And so, yeah, it was just a whirlwind of a trip, but we went to so many different locations. We ended up going to 14 locations in 17 days.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. Do you see these bags under my eyes? Yeah. Neither do I. Rude.
I didn't say anything.
You said, yeah.
No, I did not. Did I? I was like,
play
no.
It back.
I was literally
play it back.
no.
Play the tape
I was
back.
literally looking, being like, "What bags? You fucking idiot."
No, but it was so much fun. I know you went to Argentina for the challenge.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
You didn't get to see anything.
Yeah, that wasn't as vibrant as what your experience was. We were filming the whole time.
Yeah.
And most of the film crew and production were either American or Australian, so it wasn't
an immersion.
Yeah,
of culture.
and then afterwards, when everyone sort of like the show ended, we all stayed in Buenos Aires, but like we only went to like the little markets that they have into the city, and like that was about it. Like we didn't really get to experience like the vibrancy of South America and Argentina. Like I would have loved to, but yeah, I was also a little bit scared because I feel like I was walking around and there's like people holding like massive guns.
Massive guns at the supermarket.
Yeah, like that was really quite confronting for me. Like, so, but I know so many beautiful places. Like I really wanted to go to Peru whilst I was there, but
Machu Picchu?
Yeah, pretty much, and just do that like massive hike and then get the train or the bus back or whatever it is. Yeah, I would have loved to do that, but. Yeah, no, one day. It's on my list. It's on my list.
I definitely know what you mean by you felt a little bit scared because before I went into that environment, I had all these preconceived ideas of how I would feel, but I went with somebody who grew up there. I went with a local. So it was a completely different experience, but Denny is really precautious? He's cautious about crime and about like, they have this saying which is mayyybbbeeee, which basically means don't show people that you're wealthy or that you've got things that they could take, right? So you don't wear fancy jewelry or you don't have your iPhone out on the street because in this country it's really easy for someone to come up on a scooter, ride past, grab a phone and ride off. So he was like really cautious to the point where I started to get annoyed because every time we'd get in a car, he'd lock the doors and he'd tell me to keep my phone away. And I, coming from Australia, it felt like, oh, this is so annoying. But then by the end of the trip, like, obviously I understood it. Like, I understood that he comes from this place. He's seen it all.
Did you see anything happen whilst you were over there?
The thing is, I felt really safe.
Yeah.
So I felt really safe, but he was really cautious about, like, what could be possible, especially in Cali where we spent a lot of time. When we went to more touristy areas like Cartagena and his hometown of Coconut, which was like a small town that was the first location we went. He was more chill, but in Cali he was like, you just need to be like mindful. You need to like not like you couldn't leave anything anywhere. Like even if you were sitting at a restaurant, you couldn't have your phone on the table.
Yeah, that's what I realized.
Yeah, put your phone in your pocket, take off any jewelry. Because it's such a difference to here, it was like it became a bit annoying, but I really enjoyed the touristy locations like Cartagena. Have you ever seen like images of Cartagena or you know anything about it?
No.
Like it is such a picturesque place. Like it's this old town in the north of Colombia where it has this old wall that they built to keep out people in the wall.
Rach just brought up photos. Stunning.
And every building has like a beautiful big door that it's basically an Instagrammer's dream.
Yeah, I was going to say like that just seems so picturesque.
Picturesque, aesthetic is just like everything.
Stunning.
It's got like horse and carriages instead of cars. And so we had such a great time there. And then we went off and skipped islands outside of Colombia. And that was amazing as well, like beach clubs. And what I love is that there's so many black people. Like, you never see white. Like, sorry to Rach, I love you. Like, I love you so much and I love my mother. But you never see anyone who's
I don't love my father, so it's fine.
You never see anyone who's white. And that's like refreshing. Everyone is black or a person of colour.
The white people are the minority.
Yeah. No, legit. And if you see a white person, everyone's looking at them.
Like, what
it's
are they
like
doing
that.
here?
Yeah, like
wow.
It's so refreshing to see that, like, just so many beautiful black people around.
And beautiful people too, I bet.
Stunning. But you know what I realised? I have the sexiest Latino man out of Colombia. It's Denny.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I was like...
Did you expect me to be surprised? Like, I'm like, okay.
I said to him at the end of the trip, I said, babe, you want to know something? I said, you're the sexiest man I've seen in Colombia.
He's like, you looking at them, are you?
Well, yeah. Like, I was like, babe, where are the clones of you? Like, I want to check the men out. We even went to a gay club once, and there was no one there. Nothing. So,
what's like the vibe around like queerness in Colombia?
Well, it's a very Catholic country, and a lot of people are heavily influenced by the Catholic Church and Christian as well. And so there's an acceptance there for sure. Like there's this vibrancy, especially when you're in like a club or something, but around family, it's quite conservative, you know, like Danny's
what was it like meeting Danny's parents?
Amazing. I mean, his mum and I were talking via Translate days out, so I was like having mad conversations with her in Spanish, and like we were having the biggest yarns, and then I got there and we couldn't talk because like I don't know the language, so it was like,
did you still have to use your little like Google Translator?
Totally, yeah, I was using the Translate on the iPhone, and that helped a lot. But the vibe, it was always about the vibe. And on the first night that I got to meet them all, like they all came together and we all went in different, like basically a convoy to explore the city together.
Wow.
And they wanted to show me around.
School excursion.
It was so cool. And we had a different relationship while we were in Colombia, I must admit. Like I feel like in Australia he's really comfortable with his sexuality, and in Colombia it was a little bit different. I wasn't used to him not being affectionate while we were in Colombia, but I just thought, okay, I'm just going to have to like ride this wave of like us being a little bit less like we are in Australia to respect his family's values, and also just like be respectful, I suppose.
Yeah, especially if they, follow the church and everything.
Yeah.
Like I can get that actually. Yeah. So, yeah, wow. So you met the family, the whole community, dancing, singing, eating. How was the food? Was the food fucking phenomenal?
Okay, so two minds about this. Some of it was great, and some of it I will never eat again. But then his mum's food was amazing. So I loved the beans she cooked. They eat a lot of like pork belly, a lot of like salad. Yeah, really good food other than that. And their fruits are different. They have these wild fruits that are like so sour that when you drink it, it's like your face goes like this, like
lemony kind of like dragon fruit shit.
It's called something, and it's like you order it at the shops and you sit and drink it. Like they have traditions, you go to the shopping center and you order this drink and you sit there and you eat this food. Like it's there's a lot of traditions that I realized that were really cool to be a part of.
That's so cool. I'm actually so jealous. Like I would love to be immersed in like another country, but like with a local, like that knows all this stuff.
Find a Latino and go.
Oh, okay, well, if you know any, like, let me know.
The women are beautiful, so maybe it's about, maybe it's your time to shine with a woman.
So what was your lemon, your sour, and then what was your orange, your sweet?
Okay, my sweet was that I've never had this experience where you don't know what's going on because you don't speak the language and you just have to go with the flow. For me, that was amazing.
Yeah,
everyone would be talking about things. Everyone else would know where we're going, what we're doing, and I'd just get in the car. And there's something about
I can imagine just like little Matty being like, I'm just getting told what to do.
Yeah, legit.
I just go with the flow.
And then I would be like, babe, what are we doing? Where are we going? And he'd be like, oh, we're going to this place. Like I would have no idea that they had like conjured up this whole plan and everyone knew what we were doing except me. But there's something about that relieved the stress of what you were doing. The sour of the trip, there wasn't many things that went wrong. Like we had a really good time. I learned a lot about Danny, I must say. I learned a lot about him.
Do you feel like your relationship is stronger?
Yeah, I feel like I know more about him. I feel like we had really good conversations while we were away as well about like future stuff.
Okay.
And I think that like I'm in a better position to really understand who my partner is, and I like that.
Oh. Did you guys talk more about baby stuff?
Yeah, we did. And even on the way home, we spoke about like possibly moving to Medellin for a year to have the baby.
For the surrogate.
For the surrogacy, be there as part of the pregnancy, the whole thing so that we can support the person.
Yeah.
And that definitely seems like something that is doable for me.
I love this.
While I was away, what did you get up to? Like, what happened in your life?
My brother was in prison.
Oh, fuck.
He got out.
Go down. Okay.
He got out after a few very, very expensive calls to lawyers.
Yeah.
So that's all sorted. That's fucked, but whatever. Moving on.
Is he going to get help?
Yeah, I actually asked about counselling, but he won't hear until he does his hearing first.
Yeah.
He's got to go to a hearing. I got my headshots for acting.
Oh, yeah. I loved those.
Thank you.
There was some in there that were really like actor headshots. Like they were...
Are they meant to be?
100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when I looked at them, I was like, yeah, you can, like, it looks like you're a character, you know?
Oh,
like
see, that's what I want, my essence. Yeah, my essence.
Yeah, yourself, but in your eyes, you were like, there was one in there where I was like, she's a fucking detective.
Yeah.
Like I could see her on NCIS, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you.
So...
And I've finished my 3rd scene study and showcase, so that went really well on Friday.
Yeah.
I felt like the nerves of that first performance have actually like settled now, where I felt nervous, but I felt like excited because I was doing a comedy drama. I think that's kind of like my realm, like like working into that comedy drama where I was playing this character, Colette. I'm acting as an actor in a trailer with another girl and we're both fighting for the lead position. I'm like the more established actor and I'm finding that they're changing the script and giving it to Brenda, so I'm fucking pissed off. And she's like this young actor and like she's got this like weird chanting thing happening. Anyways, it was like this comedy drama that was hilarious because I'm playing like a really bitchy character, which I didn't realize that I am good at.
Okay.
But I think obviously because it's the opposite of what I am in a way, that I feel like I am acting, but I can still drop into it, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like one of the characters that I've established within myself is that I feel like I can do really well. I think because it releases me. Because I'm not really an asshole throughout my day unless I have to be. Yeah. It kind of releases me and gives me that opportunity to be like that and be like, well, it's the character, you know? Like obviously justifying it as a character. Yeah. But yeah, so I finished my 3rd scene study showcase. But I did have this really sad moment. And it's like so nice to hear your experiences like with meeting your partner's family and, you know, feeling so connected and feeling like a community. And I feel like that's kind of thing that I'm lacking at the moment. And not to turn this like into a downy, but I had this really beautiful moment where I smashed the whole day, right, that Friday. I'm stage manager as well. So I like went to I did my masterclass in the morning. I got all my props and stuff ready. I'd gone to Officeworks and printed off all these set photos, so making sure everyone was sorted and organised, plus also then making sure that I'm warming up and rehearsing beforehand. Yeah. And, you know, I smashed the showcase, had really good feedback, and I had this really sad moment when everyone after it was hugging their friends and family, and I was the only one that didn't have anyone there. Oh. And so I was just talking to everyone's family and friends, and it was like it hit me then, and then I was like, I'll just play it off, like I've got shit to do. So I was like, just keep yourself busy. And then I, you know, got home and then went to the spa afterwards with my friends, and we had like a really chill, like we did the sauna and the steam room, etc. Had a cup of tea at home, played piano and sung, and that was really, really lovely, and I loved that so much with, you know, people from class. Yeah. And then I went to bed and I was having this moment like, I'm really proud of myself. Like for the first time I felt like, oh my God, I smashed today. And I felt proud. Like I felt like, oh my God, I can do this. And then I just started crying. And I was like, why am I crying? And I was so sad but happy. It was such a weird feeling. And I think that was like grief, you know, like a few episodes ago we spoke about grief and how it can sort of just hit you out of nowhere. Yeah. And I think that in that moment was like this moment of like, you know, the fact that I'm having those feelings means that I'm still connected to my mum and my family and my community, but I'm craving that community because I just have to be proud of myself in these moments. But there's some moments where I'm just like, I just want to hear it from someone else. Yeah, totally. Like I just want to hear it, you know, and I know that I use the fact that all I ever want in my life is to hear my mum say like she's proud of me, but I use that as source work. Like I use that in moments where I need to get to where I need to go, you know, emotionally. And that in that moment I was like, fuck, I really felt that. But it's fucked as an actor because you like, you're realizing and you're feeling these emotions, and then you're like, oh, got to bottle that up. Cut that. And you like put it away because you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to need that. Like it's so fucked. It's so fucked. But at the same time, I realize that I'm really homesick at the moment. I'm really craving community and family, but it's a sacrifice that I am just continuing to make. That's kind of all that's happened. Nothing's happened with my love life.
Did you invite anyone?
Still obsessed with my ex. Huh?
Did you invite anyone?
Yeah, I invited a few people and
they couldn't make it.
Yeah, none of them showed up. So
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
my friends have been really fucking shitty, if I'm being honest. Like that's what's really happened. Like more recently, my friends have been really fucking shitty.
Yeah. Maybe next time I was thinking maybe you should get Pete to come.
He's in Perth.
Yeah, but like he could come over for it, align the moment.
Oh, no, I know. It would have been so lovely.
He would have loved to see that.
Oh, he would have. And I know. And I actually spoke to him afterwards and he was like, oh, I just wish I was there and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. But the last time he came over, it cost me like $2,000 to bring him over. Like it was a lot of money and stuff.
Totally.
But
because when there's moments, when do you graduate?
December. So it's actually, this is a thing that's happening with my life is like time is just becoming really small now, like short. Like I go film.
3 of your days are just done, right?
Yeah.
Well, how are you going to do
and Saturdays,
the filming?
I'm going away I'm filming October, November, December and my graduation's on the 6th and the 6th is actually the last day we film. So I'm hoping my schedule that day I can fly back and actually graduate from Howard and that graduation day is when we showcase all of our work, but I won't be able to perform because I have nothing to perform.
That's right.
The only thing that I can do is work on my Shakespeare monologue, but I made it the right decision then and I think I'm making the right decision now doing the film. But
that's amazing. When do you start filming?
October. Yeah.
Does that mean that you miss out on some of the lessons?
Yeah, I miss out pretty much on 3 months of stuff. And it's all working with the pros. So like Sarah Hallam is actually a casting director. She was on Wentworth. Another lady called Stevie, she's another casting. Scott Majors, who's a director for Neighbours. Okay. So I'm working with all these pros, but I miss out on that opportunity, which kind of sucks. But I don't know if this is a sign though. Like I start filming on the 14th of October. And we all know what happened on the 14th of October was the referendum day.
Oh.
So I don't know if this is like a sign. It's like, no, you need to do this. Like you need to be here. The feelings that I had from the referendum were like distraught, like and feeling like, oh, well, like I don't have a place here in this fucking country. And then the next year I'm filming a film that's a First Nations film that's like showcasing our stories, what I mean? Like it's like I'm like meant to be doing these things, I think. I don't know, I'm a bit like witchy woo woo with that sort of stuff.
No, I love that. I think that like that's a good way to look at it too. Like it's a year on and look at you using your voice.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's happening in the love life? Let's give the people what they want.
Nothing. I have like a few crushes. I'm still obsessed with my ex, but that's about it.
Have you been talking?
Yeah. He's actually, this is the thing, like if I didn't have him, I actually don't even know who I'll have, to be fair with you.
Oh, shut up. You got everyone.
In Melbourne, you dog. In Melbourne.
Oh my God, you are so loved. You are loved. Your friends, I know they're being shitty right now, but they're just having a moment. You're loved, okay?
Oh, I am loved, but I'm forgotten also. No, they're I don't know. It's so weird because honestly, if I didn't have Sam, I don't know. Like
sorry.
No,
sorry.
Honestly.
He's making you feel like that.
No,
yes, he is.
I can rely on him when I'm feeling fucking cut and distraught to like come over and make dinner and like relieve me of my stress.
How? How is he relieving you?
Not that, you dog. You're funny.
Bless.
I don't know.
Why do I not like him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You haven't spent time with him, but
yeah, totally. I don't know.
It's so fair for you not to like him, but.
No, and you know what? It's
he's
not
gone to
that I don't
Africa
like him.
soon, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. He's finding himself. He's on that journey. But I do like this fella, and I think it's kind of helped me not get so attached. But this fella that plays basketball. He's 6'6". He's fucking massive.
Yep.
And I think he's funny. He makes me laugh.
Yeah. And you're talking to him right now?
We're talking, but nothing else has happened.
Who does he play for? Do you want to let it out or not?
Yeah.
Go on.
Melbourne United.
Aww.
And he
looks
is
sweet.
a bit of a romantic, I don't know. I don't know if he
How
has...
did you meet?
Well, I went to this opening night. But isn't he just he's just so sexy.
Yeah, he is a bit sexy.
Look at him. I've got lots of crushes, but nothing's happening. I think because I'm also realised I'm emotionally unavailable.
Well, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm just emotionally unavailable. That's why I'm having such a hard time. I've had therapy this morning, and that's my advice from my psych. Well, not advice, but was do you just feel like you're attracting people that aren't emotionally available because you're that? So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yep.
But that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna be happily single.
Well, look, you're going into a film. There's always an opportunity for a showmance, and that's always fun. So let's see.
What's a showmance?
A showmance is where you meet someone on set who just takes your eyes, and it's oh my God, you know?
Oh.
A showmance.
Showmance.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for today. God, that was jam-packed with so much stuff. We went on a journey. We went to Colombia. We went to Neon Moon. We went to eating shitty food. We went to tall 6'6" basketballers.
Yeah, that's
it's
a lot.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Life,
well, there's so much more to come next week.
I know. I'm so excited for you to be back because I've missed you and I've had withdrawals. And
I love you. Well, I can't wait for you to be in Sydney. That's going to be fun because then we can properly catch up and hang out and record in studio.
And do the Bondi to Coogee walk. Oh my God, we also need to talk about Made in Bondi.
Oh.
We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it.
Should I watch it?
Watch the first episode and let me know what you think is, and we'll go and debrief next episode. So
can we have a proper chat offline about that as well?
Please.
I want to know what you think.
Please. All right. Thank you so much for listening to First Things First. If you love what you hear, leave us a rating and a review.
And if you want us to cover anything on the pod, reach out via our socials. Brooke's handle is at brooke.blurton. Mine's at It's Matty Mills. And Nova Podcast Action has all your Nova podcasts over on their channel at Nova Podcast Official.
Bye. Bye. Colombia.